Jackie, you're not feeling your best, my friend. Hmm? Good morning. Say hello. Oh, thank you. Jackie, say thank you. Ooh. Good morning. Is that he's? Good morning, Batman. And hi, Julia. Excuse me. Are you hiding, buddy? Are you just over it? Are you hiding? What are you doing? We're going to say good morning and ask if everybody could just drop a like as they stop by. We'd really appreciate it. Good morning, Lee. How are you, my friend? So good to see you. I think Jackie's just had it with the camera. He says I'm done. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. Really good. You got any plans today, Lee? Hi, Emma. Your plans today are to clean off your finds from a test site you went to yesterday. Oh, okay. Oh, Jack. Oh, Jack. That's not helpful, friend. Emma says, hi, Lee. Oh, Baba. Why don't you come up here? Huh? Really? Jack is getting camera shy. This is not good. You're not being helpful, sir. I need you. I need you to be my face in the morning. Village food season, good morning. So good to see you. And Lee says, hope you're well, Village Food. Want to come sit up here, buddy? Let's turn on our laptop so we can make a song for Emma today. It's been on my mind. You don't see Carl. Well, sometimes Carl pops in and sometimes he doesn't. We'll have to wait and see. Oh no. There we are. Thanks, Lee. Thanks for watching out for the chat. I appreciate you. Are you saying you did subscribe to Carl's channel, Emma? Oh, come on, Cat. You got this. Oh, you want to see Carl to subscribe. He might pop in. I'll look for his link. Okay, Emma. Carl. Shoot, I can't spell that middle name or that last name in there. Let's go to my channel and I'll look up my subscriptions. Okay, subscriptions. Yeah, I'm having a I'm getting close to it. There we go. Okay, let me copy his screen name. Copy. Okay, I think I have it. Yes, I did. Give me a second to get back over here and post it for you. View my channel. There we are. All right. Dun, 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 dun. So close. Paste. I should have just linked to his page. I just got a screen name. It's very early. Let's go back to his page and there we go. We're going to copy one of his shorts and put that link up and see if that works. Okay. I don't know if you can click on that, Emma, but that is a link to to take him to his channel and one of his shorts. Oh, and they subscribed to Emma. Nice. Oh, Jackie. I will be very glad when Jack is done with his medicine because he's just not the same boy right now. Not my same rambunctious boy. I am doing well, Lee. Thank you. Could you not click on that link, Emma, that I posted? Thank you, Lee. How about that one, Emma?
Shanti, Shanti, peace. Sweet Lord Jesus set us free. Every soul now shifting heaven into perfect peace, into divinity, into perfect peace, into divinity.
If you click the link, it will show the channel, and then you can click subscribe.
Oh, Shanti, Shanti.
My dream job is to be a rock singer with a rock band. It's very early over here. Yeah, 3:26. I've made a commitment to get up every morning and do a live stream, no matter how bad I wanted to sleep in. Came so close to sleeping in this morning. Okay, Emma. Well, we've said his name enough times that maybe we'll summon him. Hey, Jackie, what are you doing over there? Jack, leave it. Do leave it, my friend. I come home every day and take a nap. That's my rest. I do go on vacation in a few days, and I hope to keep to my schedule, but I might allow myself a day of sleep. Okay. Me too, Emma. Jackie, leave it alone, buddy. Buddy. Jack. I did not mean to do that. I did mean to do this. Nope, I didn't mean to do that either. Hey, hey, leave it. Leave it. Goodness, boy. Hi, squirrel. What happens when I walk away for a second? Squirrel, I fell asleep listening to you last night. Or were you up till 3 a.m.? Was that what you were saying? You're good. You're on the drive now. Oh my gosh, you're up and moving around already. I know you do, Emma. I think Emma would really like to see Carl this morning. Jack needs to leave his hiney alone, sir. Coffee. Talking to you, buddy. Three a.m. Oof. It's just 3 a.m. here, 3:30. So you're about what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock now? All right, let's listen to this song, see how it came out. Dreams of stages, lights that shine. Guitar in hand, she's doing fine. But some days feel a little gray. She hides her fire, fades away. Forget she's got the sky inside. A star that never needs to hide. Oh, Alma, don't you see? You're a wild one that just seems to leave when the silence starts to climb. Remember, you're a spark of the divine. She writes her truth in every line. Sees the pain and makes it shine. The world I tried, don't her flame. She's okay, Lee. Let her go. Oh, listen to me. Ooh, ooh, cat. Hi, Boss Joves. Good morning, Joven. No, it's okay, Lee. Emma's just special for me. No, don't cry, Emma. You got this. I wrote a song for you. Mm-hmm. Jack, you need to settle down somewhere, sir. Lee, it's okay. No, stop. Come on, okay. Let's go. Come on. Oh my gosh. Lee, some have.
You gonna get up there?
Plays her heart out, makes her whole. Dreams of stages, lights that shine.
Lee, some have a special phrase.
Some days feel a little gray. She hides her fire, fades away. Forget
Bubba,
she's
where are
got
you
the
going?
sky inside, the star that never needs to hide. Oh, Emma, don't you see? You're wild electric symphony. When the silence starts to climb, remember
There's
you're
my
a
friend.
spark of the
There you
divine.
go. Finally. Leave it. So Jack's on some medication and it's giving him gas, and that just irritates him even more. And he's driving himself crazy. It's all right, Bubba. Emma, you don't have to worry about Carl. Carl does his own thing and he pops in when he's ready. But you could go to his shorts and leave him a message. Leave a comment to him. I'm sure he'll find it very touching that you're worried about him. The squirrel says, Carl was in my chat this morning, so he'll be asleep, Emma. Yeah. I heard you say Carl, squirrel, but I was in bed and couldn't read the chat. Didn't know it was our Carl. Lee says, Squirrel, sorry I missed. I was asleep. I woke up at 6:35 a.m. Yeah, Squirrel was reading some really interesting stuff, and he was reminding me of talking about over history, things that were dropping from the sky. I think you were talking about ice, like purple ice or blue ice, and it made me think of there's a bunch of videos out there of people posting rain, blue rain, purple rain. Yes, Squirrel says not many can work off of 4 hours of sleep, nor should they. Some people just really need their sleep. My hand is raised there. This girl loves her sleep so much. I can only imagine I must be doing some really fun things in my sleep, or when I wake up sleeping from sleeping, however you want to look at this life. Emma, were you able to click on the link that Magnetic North posted? It was a link to Carl's channel. Fossils and hail. Okay. Anyways, that reminded me of this colored rain that's coming out. It's probably totally different with the way we manipulate things nowadays. Emma says, it is okay. I understand, but I think Carl is very sweet and very cute. Oh, he is cute. Carl's got some hair now. Let me tell you, he reminds me of Elvis with all that hair. Lee says, I'm one of those people. I sleep when need to, but prefer to be awake doing new things. Poor Jackie. He just doesn't look well. Oh, Emma says, I think Carl is very beautiful, just like me. I agree. I agree. You're both very beautiful, Emma. Lane Taurus, good morning. Magnetic North says, I burn the candle both ends. I rest when I need to. I do. Since going back to work full time, I do sleep a whole bunch more, and I do feel like I'm missing out on a lot of things because of that. But I'm going to do my best to make the most of a situation and just wait for something new to come along. Joves, you changed your name a little bit. You are Pam's main mod. Awesome. Lee says, I guess with me, I don't like being indoors too long. This girl says, I burn it the middle of the candle. Well, that's sweet of you to really care about Carl. Lee says, LOL, so squirrel, that makes you well balanced. Squirrel says, Life Path 5, Lee. I know he has very dark hair. Those eyes, I want to say his eyes are blue, but I could be wrong. And Magnetic North says, Squirrel, I don't know what that means. Life Path 5. I seek the balance, Squirrel says. Oh, you called it, Lee. I just go with the flow. Sometimes I'm hanging over here on this side, and sometimes I'm way up here on the other side. I teeter-totter. Are you working today, Squirrel? Yes, I believe you do care about Carl. We all love him. Lee says, I'm a Libra, but same. Whatever day throws at me, I handle. I'm an Aries. I ran my way through everything. I definitely need to find more balance. And Emma says, I have dark brown hair and dark blue eyes. Very pretty. Really? Squirrel says, a 5 is all about addiction, overcome by empathy and balance. Path 5 are risk takers. I just associate the number 5 with change. But I think it's totally different than your life path 5 that you're talking about, Squirrel. You want to bring balance to the world, to Mother Earth, Lee. Lee says, I guess I feel unbalanced with the world not being clean. Stud Bunny, yo, hey, what's up? I'm going to turn my head. The Magnetic North says, yes, Cat, I do. Stud Bunny says, hi, Squirrel, how you doing? And Squirrel says, I'm driving my daughter 170 miles for our gymnastics competition. Oh my gosh, how great. Emma says, I really love Carl so much. I think he's going to be very flattered, Emma. Squirrel says it's 1 to 9. The middle is 5. Instead, Bunny says, hi, Magnetic North Adventures. That's Lee. Hey, Stud Bunny, do you have a name other than Stud Bunny? Instead, Bunny says, hi, Emma. And Emma says, hi, Stud Bunny. Oh, hi, Sunny. I love that name. I'm Cat. That's Jack. I think Lee from Magnetic North is saying he subbed to you. You've joined his channel too. Oh, you're from Daisy May's channel. We love Daisy May. And Kelly. We love them both. Oh, so you're a gamer, Sunny. I'm looking at your channel. I'm a sub to you too. That's Leo. Hi. Good morning. And I sub back to you, Sunny. Scroll says, greetings, Stud. And Lee says, Stud, this is a great channel. This is a great channel. What do you mean Carl would blush at me? I missed that. I think he'd be very flattered. Yes, Leo, how are you today, friend? Big Al says, we're not just going to let you walk out of here. We, Smith and Wesson and me. No. Who's leaving? Hands up. I'm not going anywhere. Sunny, Jack is a Irish setter. Yes. Yep, you got it. Miss Lil says, I am great, Cat. How have you been? Ooh, up and down and all around, but overall, really awesome. Well, thanks, Lee. Lee says, Stud, this is a relaxing channel. It's a good place. Lee says, hi to Big Al. And Big Al is saying hi back. And Basilil says, great to hear that. Yeah, we're just doing life here. Taking it as it comes. Emma, I don't know. Did I say he would blush at you? Or did somebody else? Sunny says, wow, I haven't seen an Irish setter in years. Me too. I remember from when I was a kid, one of my aunties had two. Jack is what I call my vanity dog. And Big Al is saying, hi, Emma. Yeah, I think she maybe misunderstood what I said. Look at that, Al. I just realized your song came on. Scott says, Grand Risings, Big Al. I know you do, Emma. Really, I kind of like Carl too. My sister's father had one, and the mad thing is he was Irish, LOL. Yeah, we relate. For me, it's all about the hair. We match hair. I truthfully and honestly never really appreciated my own red hair until I got Jack. Oh. Vaslia says, if you remember, I told you I joined Virgin Australia in order to be able to fly for Virgin Atlantic. Well, I received great news. They will transfer me by next month. And that's what you wanted? How exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you. Yes, I'm a redhead just like Jack. And Lee says, sadly, my red hair's gone, now replaced by gray. You know, Lee, I always notice I have a lot of people come up to me and say, I had hair that same color when I was younger, and they're almost always completely white-headed. You're moving to Britain finally, Besliel. Oh, that's great. Emma says, I think Carl would blush at me. Big Al says, I was a ginger when I was a baby, but my hair is now a blonde brown. Yeah, I came out with a bright red hair and it's not changed too much. I got a few whites in there. Squirrel says, manifesting at its finest. That's Leo. I never knew hair changes colors. Oh, yeah. I had a daughter born a blonde and she turned brunette. Just as a kid, it changed. Lisa's about the hair turning gray. Yes, I'm told it's called wisdom, but I don't want to accept getting older. Me neither. I used to say 19 in my mind, but I think more 30s. mid-30s in my mind. And Emma really likes Carl. Big Al says, never ask my mom what color my hair is. She calls it hamster blonde. Well, I think hamsters are pretty cute. So great hair. Great hair, Big Al. This girl says I was gray by 14. Wow. My other daughter is she's Italian. Got a lot of Italian in her and very, very dark hair. She's got the olive skin. But she got gray early, real early. Not completely. She's got this beautiful stripe kind of in the middle, and she's embracing it. I love that for her. Basliel has gotten the job he wants with the airlines, and he is moving to Britain. Are you saying you used to be called a strawberry blonde, Lee? Picked on by the guys, loved by the girls. That's true. Boy, I'm a sucker for a redhead. And Lee says, congrats, Basliel. Yes, so happy for you. Big Al says, my mom is strawberry blonde, Lee. Mine is an odd blonde brown color. Lee says, yes, I was. Big Al says, I'll be back shortly. My laptop is ready to collect. All righty, Big Al. Oh, you're here in the States. Sunny says, I'm originally from Chelsea, London, UK, but I'm working in California. That's interesting. Are you on a work permit, Sunny? I know somebody else is curious about that. Basilisk says, I hope Britain will be as good to me as Australia was. How could Britain not be good to you, Basiliel? That's my question. Lee says, Basiliel, when you're in the UK, my advice, please do what you can to put savings away and it will be a good life. No, I work for the NCA as a bodyguard. What is the NCA? Lee, you sound like call her my adopted mom. When I tell her I'm just waiting for the next perfect job to come to me, she's like, that'll never work. You got to have savings. You got to have health insurance. As any good mom would want to say. I've heard that UK is expensively, yeah. And Basiliel says, noted. Thank you, Lee.
with my ex-bandit. Said a prayer, Jesus as the vet put him down. He gave me all his life. Now I'm king of the town. Like, comment and subscribe. Stitching cat both people at the same time. She got that super saiyan shine. Watch her videos to save your life.
Oh my gosh, if you're in California, Sunny, it's midnight.
Comment and subscribe. Stitching cat both people at the same time. She got that super saiyan shine.
Niece says we call a rainy day fund to fallback plan. I know, but where's the trust? That's what I ask myself sometimes. Where's your trust? Don't you trust that your creator is going to take care of you? Sunny says it all depends on what part of the UK you live in.
Jack's eyes rolled to the back of his head. I thought he was a goner, but I brought him back to life. Gave me all his luck.
And then Eric was talking about it last night, talking about, gosh, I don't remember where he got it from, but he was talking about each blade of grass has an angel looking over it. So if a blade of grass has that, oh my gosh, I know I'm taken care of. Emma. Emma, I think you've said his name enough that we should summon him. Carl, Carl, Carl. Let's go, Carl. And Basile says, and Kat, for your question, Heathrow is the hub for Virgin, and I will have to stay in London. And I heard London can be not as easy as Sydney. Yeah, Squirrel says, I trust 100. I'm in Bristol. What? Sunny says, London is very expensive, but if you travel 300 miles south to Bristol, it gets cheaper. Lee says, it depends, Kat. I believe someone looks out for us, but we need to shape our own path. I think I agree with that, Lee. I think we're powerful creators, and we create, I guess you could say, your path.
Just a yogi in the breeze he flows. Forgive all the things he knows. Mind your gates, he softly says. The world spins wild, but he always stays. Cat don't love games, but she loves a yogi. Takes a little pause when life gets foggy. Reflections deep, she purrs inside. With Jack and Rosie.
Emma says, I have a crush on Carl. I don't mean to say.
Big red Jack with a heart so strong. He vibes with Yogi, humming along. Sweet
Well, I think there's a tiny bit of an age difference, Emma. Just being 16, you're going to have lots of crushes in your life. But Carl is a wonderful person to be around. Very sweet. Lee says we choose to go one way or another and choose what happens in a day, in the most part. We have guidance along the way, but as humans, we have to make our own mind up. I think preferably we turn it all over to our guides who know better and see things differently. I know when I try to make my own mind up and try to create things all by myself, sometimes I make a mess of it. Squirrel says 300 miles south of London. Sunny will be swimming 230 miles into the channel with a wink. Basile says, Sunny, I would love to move to settle there, but it would be a real challenge to reach the airport traveling 300 miles multiple times a week. Yes, it probably would. Yes, Emma says, I am 16 and I will have lots of crushes right now. Fair. Well, they are very busy, Lee. Of course they are, but they have nothing else to do. They're all about us. Yeah, Basilo says, I plan on staying close to Heathrow, close to work. I don't want to take any chances with this new dream job. Hi, Elfish. Good morning. Good to see you. Yes, Emma, you will. Crushes can be fun, just don't take them too seriously. Miss Neal says, welcome, Elfish. And Sunny is asking Squirrel, how would you end up swimming? And Squirrel's already answering, the coast is only 70 miles away from London. Ah. Hi, Yogi. Yogi says, my writing is done. Good morning, Cat, Jack, and everyone. Good morning, sweet Yogi. Emma says, I am too beautiful to resist. I just love you, Emma Brown. I think you're awesome. And Lee says, hi, Yogi. And Emma says, oh, okay, I understand that. Yogi the Stud Bunny says, hello, how you doing? Yogi says, hey, Stud Bunny, my friend. Great to see you here. Stud Bunny says, thanks, Yogi. Yogi saying hi to Lee. Emma says, I'm very special and very sweet girl, right? Very generous. Yes, you are, Emma. And Squirrel says, grand risings, Eric. Lee says, oh, it seems my plans changed. I just seen man drop a fair bit of litter with no regard, and it's in plain view from my window. I got to go pick that up, restore balance. No. And Yogi says Emma is exactly right. And Emma says, hi there, Yogi. Yogi saying, hi, Sniper. And good morning, Emma Brown. And Emma says, good morning, Yogi.
Yogis on the mat saying pause and forgive. Gates try to block you, but love's how we live. Cat prowls the scene.
And Yogi says, I'm so glad you're on the job, Lee.
Just a yogi in the soul saying mind those gates. Love and forgiveness, that's how he relates. Cat takes a moment, Jack nods his big red head. Rosie's in the corner where kindness is spread. Cat's got a moment, tail flicks in the air. Reflects on the gates with that mindful
Sweet boy.
Jack the red dog, like it's sour he stands. Rosie skips joy, spreading love with her hands.
Stud Bunny says, from London, head towards Bristol on the M4, then pick up the M5, come off at the M32, and head for Junction 19. Emma says, Yogi, my dream is to be a rock singer with a rock band, just like Citizen Soldier. Yogi says, hey, I heard my name in the song. And Yogi says, Emma, I have no doubt that you will make it happen. Lee says, okay, peace restored. I'm back. Sorry if I missed anything. Excuse me. Oh, my nose is getting cloggy. This girl says, Bristol is 120 miles west of London on dry land. And Stud Bunny says, Squirrel, you're from the UK? He is. But what about my Bristol? I live in Bristol. Oh. That's awesome, Emma. Emma says, I know that I have a very beautiful and very powerful voice. That's awesome. Squirrel says, yes, Stud, South Coast. Squirrel is from the South Coast. Excuse me. Ooh. That's what I think, Bubba. Yogi says, Sniper, do you live in the same area you were raised in? And Sunny Stud Bunny says, Squirrel, yes, you are correct. Sorry, my bad. And going from London to Wales, not Bristol, LOL. Sunny the stud bunny says my mom lives in Wales.
Jack keeps tugging with a slobber face. Pepsi on the counter drops another line. Your days ain't a riddle, just learn how they shine. Remote found hiding all the sly things left. Rosie sniffs approval, split the moment in half. Cat holds it tight, Jack barks, let's start the day. Monday doesn't scare us, we twist paths to play.
And Squirrel is answering Yogi's question. He says, no. Well, I've remained on the south coast of England, but I moved around 180 miles from where I was born. I lived in Australia for a year when I was 18. Wow, that's great.
Cat in the morning, her alarm don't wait. Big red Jack stops like he's late.
I need to cough. I'm going to mute you for a sec. Okay, all better.
Life flips wild like a highway sideways. Wandering, searching with Jack by his side. Rosie gives a bark maps where vibes collide. Sun peeks in through the blind, so aloof. Jack yawns heavy like he owns.
And Sunny is asking, what part of the south coast, Squirrel?
Rosie spins circles like a whirlwind queen. Remote ain't hiding, but it sure ain't seen. Pepsi said, yo, catch your Mondays and Fridays. Life rides twisted like a subway byway. Jack's paw stomping, Rosie hums a tune. Remote still out there under silver moons. Pillows stare at Cat like they know some game. Jack keeps tugging with the slobber of fame. Pepsi on the counter drops another line. Your days ain't a riddle, just learn how they shine.
Squirrel says, I've driven all over the UK, but I've always drawn to the southern coast and weather.
Remote found hiding all the sly things laugh. Rosie sniffs approval, split the moment in half. Cat holds it tight, Jack barks, let's start the day. Monday doesn't scare us, we twist paths to play.
Did I read that Stud Bunny said, what part of the south coast, Squirrel? I'm not sure if I read that. Squirrel says Sussex, not far from the Battle of Hastings. And Sunny says, I'll be going back to London on the 22nd of June. I'm seriously considering selling my house and moving to California. Are you in Southern California? Magnetic North says, I'm off soon once again. I apologize. I don't apologize, Magnetic North. I appreciate you so much. No apologies needed. And Sunny the Stud Bunny says, nice. Sussex is a beautiful part of England. And Squirrel says, in a town called Lewes, where Thomas Paine came from. Okay, Stud says, I'm in Brentwood, California. Me and my girls made a trip to Mount Shasta. a couple years ago. It was a very interesting trip. This girl says the second most expensive county in the UK. And Lee says, I love the Sussex area, a lot of history. And Basleil saying, Magnetic North Adventures, have a good one. Are you leaving us, Basleil? And Squirrel says, I lived in Brentwood, Essex too. And Sunny says, what's the first most expensive? Oh, okay. Lee says, no, he's saying bye to me, but I'm here for a few more moments. I just appreciate you so much, Lee. And Lee thinks London would be the most expensive. Lee says, thanks, Kat. I'm just me, a plain old Joe, as they say. Same. Plain old Cat here. Oh my. Scroll says it's about $500 a month in just house tax. Wow. Sunny says, has to be London. How do you live? $500 a month in just a house tax. Oh, Scroll says Chelsea. Oh, and Stud Bunny says, I own a 4-bedroom house in Chelsea. Basleil says, by the way, to the Brits here, what kind of cars are manageable to own in London? And he says, Basleil is also asking for any tips and tricks. Sunny says, if you are going to live in central London, I highly recommend buy a bike. And Squirrel says, instead, you could afford your own small country of your own then, with your home in Chelsea. And Lee says, I'm not sure as I don't drive. All right. Emma says, hi there, it's me, Emma again. Hello, Emma again. Good to see you. Miss Little says, Ted Bunny, I love that. And Emma says, I understand that Carl is not here with you. Nope, but there's 35 more minutes. He could show up before I end my live. You never know. He could be just listening. And Emma says, oh, I would love to talk to him. Lee says, I recommend using the underground tube to the airport. Heathrow is a good airport. And Lee says, I fly around the world from there. Guess you would know then. And Lee says, I'm off now, everyone. I've got a few bits to do before I can rest again. Bye, Lee. We love you. Thanks for coming in again today. I really appreciate you so much. Can't wait for the end of the summer. Lee says it's my chosen airport because the staff are helpful. Oh, that's really good. All right, Lee, we will see you tomorrow. I will be here. Yeah, Emma. Emma says, I understand that I'm 16, but I really miss Carl. Lee says goodbye to everyone. Have a great day. You too, Lee. Well, Emma, I think if he's listening, he'll understand. I think it's important for him to know you're very young. You want to break his heart. At 16, you're going to change your mind next week. You're going to be like, oh, this person. And the next week it's going to be a new person. Oh my gosh, you know what I haven't done this morning? Opened my book. What are you doing, cat? Or not doing? I don't want to break Carl's heart for being here. I think Carl will just appreciate having a new friend, Emma. Yes, you're a friend. I know Carl used to go live on Thursdays. For us, it would be 3 p.m., Emma. For him, it's 8 p.m. No, Emma. It used to be every Thursday. And I'm pretty sure I remember he did one last Thursday. Good. You understand. Emma says, I've never had a boyfriend before. Well, don't rush it, girl. When the right person comes along, you'll know it. As Leo says, oh, and in addition to moving to London, I am moving to a larger aircraft too. Even though, excuse me, still as a first officer. Hang on, I'm going to cough again. Ooh, okay, I'm better. Emma says I won't. You're so young. I couldn't see. I couldn't see past the right now when I was 16. Oh, Bastille, my daughter was going to, she was working for a discount airlines here called Allegiant. And she had an interview to be a stewardess or a steward. What's the correct word? In the morning she was driving to that job, she got into a huge head-on collision. And all she was doing was sitting at a light. And there was an accident in front of her, and it slid into her. And my whole point is, I think that was a big sign for her that that was not for her. That was not a job for her. Apparently, she's very stubborn because she gets in a lot of car accidents that detour her away from her plans. Yes, thank God she's definitely looking out, been looked out for. She says, I think I'm just not supposed to drive. Maybe, Emma. Emma, were you able to click on Carl's link and go to his page? Because you could ask him those questions if you leave him some comments. She had emergency surgery, Basleal. Gosh, I can't remember what it was for. Gosh, it's so funny how that just totally eluded me. What her injuries were, why she had to go to surgery. Carl. Oh my gosh, the man of the hour. Emma, now that you're blue, you can click on Carl's name. Click on the link that says go to channel. And there you go. This girl says, did your sister drive a tank? It was my daughter. And what was she driving? She was driving, yes, a big SUV. Which was totaled, so she went out and got another one. Emma says, hi there, Carl. And Squirrel says, Grand Risings, Carl. And Basile says, Carl, welcome, mate. Grand Risings, Carl. Oh, Emma. Emma says, Carl, I was really worried about you. And Emma says, good morning, Carl. Basile says, to be honest with you, Kat, she did not miss out much. Cabin crews, as much fun as their job is, it is much underpaid. Yeah, I think I kind of figured that, especially working for a discount airlines like that. Oh my goodness. I used to fly to Florida round trip for $70. That was quite a few years ago, but and Squirrel says, thank you, Carl, for last night by the fire. And I hope you had a relaxing time. I sure did. Been a long time since I sat by a fire. And Mrs. Carl, I was really worried about you. Give Carl a few minutes to get in. He said hi, but Yeah, Basil says low-cost carriers fly multiple times a day, so will also be very much more hectic to serve on those flights, I bet. I know Tuesdays are the big day. Tuesdays and Thursdays they fly out of Tri-Cities Airport in Tennessee, and you can see the planes. The traffic definitely picks up on those days, and it's better to work for the big ones. Yeah. Emma says, Carl, what is your age? I am 16.
Early mornings with Cat and Jack. Big red dog with a coffee knack. Sun peeks out, birds all sing. Here comes Big Al doing his thing. Cat said, Al, you need a ride with a basket for your bike to glide. Mom chimed in with flowers too. Something sweet, something cute for you. But Big Al had a bigger plan. Not just any basket man. He got a huge one, bold and bright. First in blooms, a wild delight. Now all the ladies smile and swoon when Big Al rolls by before noon. Passing out petals with a wink and a grin.
Carl says, I unsubscribed from 10 channels yesterday because I was ignored in them. This girl says, will you nap at some point today, Kat? Yes. I can almost guarantee it. And Carl says 50. Are you saying you're 50 years old, Carl? No, you were listening. Good. Emma says, Carl, I subscribe to you. I am subscribing to Seth's advice to sleep, possibly about 5 hours. And if I need to take a nap later, take a nap. That's not always easy to do when I'm working, though. So I feel like I'm either working or sleeping on my days that I actually work. Oh, you hear my tummy? Good morning, tummy. Emma says, oh, I understand. And Emma says, I am a very shy and autistic girl. But Emma forgot to say she's an awesome friend who likes to show up for her friends. And Emma, I want to tell you, Carl may not say it, but he was looking for you the other day when you didn't come in. And Basil says, hey, it was great talking to you, Kat. I'll catch up with you again next time. Same, Basil, and I'm so happy for your good news. That's stinking awesome. Oh my gosh. I just love that for you. Have a great day, friend. I am very shy to talk to Carl, Emma says. Lucille says, thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. No, I appreciate you. Who knows? Maybe one day I'll fly through on one of your flights on my way to some exotic country. Wouldn't that be cool? But what would I do with Jack? And Carl says, I'm lying here listening to planes. Emma says, oh, I'm blushing because I'm very shy to talk to you, Carl. So sweet. Basil says you can fly with Jack, you know. I have heard that, but I've heard there's some quarantine issues too. I just wouldn't want to do that to him. He's very attached. Or maybe I'm very attached. Let's be honest. Emma says, oh wow, that is amazing, Carl. Oh, Emma says, Carl, I think you're very sweet and very cute. Emma, I think you're very cute. Emma, if you go to some of Carl's lives, his past live streams, you can see what he looks like. Oh no, Carl says Yogi's live stream is clashing with the airport live streams. And that's why you say you won't be in Yogi's lives. I understand now, Carl.
Jack won't leave her, she's his destiny. Carl says let's go, and Jack says no, not without my cat. Together they go to Ireland or not at all, but we love you all.
Oh, Emma says, I love planes too, Carl. And she says, oh, okay, I will.
Carl says let's go, and Jack says no, not without my cat. Together they go to Ireland or not at all, but we love you, Art. Carl comes in the room and says, hey Jack, it's time to return to your home country. Ireland calls to the heart. Jack the big red dog is torn, he loves his
No,
cat.
don't cry,
Jack
Emma.
won't leave her,
Carl,
she's
Emma
his
is saying, I am really depressed and sad. I have a lot of anxiety and mental health issues in my head and in my life, and I'm crying.
not without my cat. Together
I'm
they go
sorry,
to
Emma.
Ireland or not at
You have
all,
lots of people that love you,
but
though.
we love you, Art.
Oh, Jack the big red dog and his monkey up in the tree.
Emma says, Carl, I can't stop crying over and over again.
And he fell in love
Oh, and
with
she took her message away.
he said, I will give you bananas if you go. And he
This
said,
girl says,
I
isn't
will
there a
give you
24-hour plane live stream, Carl? You would have thought so. There is. Well, I don't know about 24 hours, but I've seen a couple of airport live streams. And Emma says, I cry every day. Emma, sincerely, I think you should talk to your parents about maybe getting somebody to talk to.
if you swing that way, that is okay. And he said, I'll give you bananas if you go.
There's a whole beautiful life ahead of you.
Oh, Jack, the big red dog, and his monkey up in the trees. Oh, Jack, the big red dog,
Oh, Carl says, no, squirrel, they're not live.
Just a yogi in the breeze.
It's kind of funny how Yogi's song comes up when it's really close to Go See Yogi.
Mind your gates, he softly says. The world spins wild, but he always stays. Cat don't love gates, but she loves her yogi. Takes a little pause when life gets foggy. Reflections deep, she purrs inside, with Jack and Rosie by her side.
Emma, I don't think it's fair to put that on somebody else.
Big red Jack with a heart so strong.
I think friends will help you,
Sweet
for
Rosie
sure.
dances in a golden hue. Her laugh breaks storms and clears the view. Gates may creak,
but maybe you need to seek professional help for those big issues. Doesn't have to be that way, hon. Oh, Cat is minding her gates this morning. Emma says, I was in the hospital yesterday because of my anxiety and depression and mental health issues in my head and in my life. And so, Emma, did they suggest you go talk to somebody? They give you some referrals? I am definitely not a doctor, Carl. Not any day. I'm just somebody who cares. Wants to care. And I want to see the best for Emma. Ah, Squirrel says, there you go, Carl. There's a niche in the aviation marketplace. I just don't know how to take that. Carl says, correct, Squirrel. Emma, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to do anything alone. And Squirrel says, imagine having a server with all the international flights, where all the international flights are live streamed, all to the same place to watch. And Carl suggests that talk to Yogi, Emma. Yogi does offer some very good tips and shows us how to use breath work to calm our anxiety. Hey, Emma, I am heading over to Yogi's here in just a few minutes. So I think I'm going to end the live stream so that I can run and do a few things before he comes on, so I can settle down with a warm cup of coffee. Maybe do some breath work. I would love to do some breath work this morning, Yogi. All right, guys. I love you all. I hope you have a good day. Emma, I hope to see you over at Yogi's. I know you found your way there before, so you can do it again. I love you all. Have a great day, guys.